Manisha, Priyam, we are seeing these images of celebrations taking place. I was asking you earlier whether you thought the schemes of Mamata Banerjee had made the difference. Do you think that that's a message from this election? Beneficiary politics works. Well-targeted beneficiary politics.
Yeah, but right now they need to stop this rally with Abir and Gulal. That's not the way in which death and disease and suffering is celebrated. Today we've all lost in front of Corona. So I think the first message should be that beneficiary politics has taken a turn. It cannot any longer be about those. It needs to be about collective commons, including the right to breathe. So even as Mamata Banerjee's beneficiary politics has won her this election, even as she's emerged as a strong leader, the ground beneath her feet has changed dramatically. The landscape of India's democracy has changed dramatically. I would like to go back to the Satyajit Ray moment. I was told it's his birthday today. Akaler Shandhane, in search of famine. What was the lesson? The famine was not about a lack of grains, but about the lack of or inability of get grains to the people. So there's no lack of oxygen, but the inability to get the oxygen to the people to breathe. In that way, yes, beneficiary politics today, but today all politics has lost because a virus has defeated democratic politics. So with humility, we accept the verdict of this election and all other state elections, but at this point of time, very, very sober in victory as much as in defeat.
What
yeah.
in the meanwhile is just show our viewers what's happening on the election intelligence dashboard, because now you've got the BJP at 83, the TMC at 206, which is virtually a repeat of what happened in the last assembly elections. And if you're able to pull off a victory like that, that is pretty stunning. If you just one second, just give us a moment as we try and get this going, because to be able to, Rajdeep, bring it up to 206, I think this also needs a break. It needs a lunch break and then gets fixed, the election intelligence dashboard. So 206 versus 83, the gap is getting bigger and bigger. That is quite incredible from the perspective of the Trinamool Congress. On the other side, you've got the DMK alliance at 139, the AIADMK at 91. There again, the DMK comfortably poised now to be able to form the next government. In Assam, on the other hand, you've got the BJP at 79, the Congress alliance at 47, and in Kerala, you've got the LDF picking up 90 of the 140 seats, the UDF at 44. So a strong performance by the LDF in Kerala, and I think one of the biggest losers really is the Congress and Rahul Gandhi himself because of what's happened in Kerala and in Assam.
You know, I think what in a way this election is showing from state after state is that if you have locally rooted leaders who are able to connect with the masses, the voters reward them. And the voters reward them despite all the hoopla that is built around them. And I think that's made a huge difference in this election. State after state, we're seeing that there's a limit to that kind of politics as well. And I think that limit, you know, of just relying on sort of creating a buzz around a leader, whether it's Rahul Gandhi, when he goes to Kerala, you know, does his diving, does exercises with young kids. Up to a point, it's nice images, Rahul. It doesn't get you votes. You know, votes are got by a stronger ground game, which we've seen in Bengal with Mamata, with Himanto in Assam, and with Pinarayi Vijayan, for example, in Kerala, and to some extent with Mr. Palanisamy. You see, they're flying from Delhi leaders who go on their high command. Then whether it's Prime Minister Modi and Amit Shah on their road shows and speeches, or whether it's Rahul Gandhi going deep sea diving, I mean, it's not going to work beyond a point. There is limitations unless your local organization has that kind of ground game to translate your charisma or your communication skills into votes. And I think that's the big change that's taken place in Indian politics, which I think the leaders who sit in Delhi have to, you know, have to recognize.
We'll take a very quick break.
Yeah.
When we come back, we hope to have Prashant Kishore with us. We'll go across live to the IPAC office. The big day of celebration for them in the IPAC office as well. We'll go across live when we come back on the other side of a quick break. Stay with us.